Hi, this is Susan Winchell, finishing up the class for summer 2022 Web GIS. This is my final project, a web app that I built in ArcGIS Online Web Experience using Web Experience Builder. And it consists of 5 different pages. The first is the City of Albany Archaeological Collections at the New York State Museum, where I work. It is a classic story map, which illustrates the numerous sites that we have at the museum, the collections, and where they're located within the City of Albany, New York. If you scroll through, it'll bring up an overview map, as well as these links of finding aid for the collections, which hasn't been developed yet, but will be now that I've completed this class. I'll go back. Oops. An artifact gallery on each page. Again, a number of images that are linked, detailing some of the objects and artifacts associated with each site. And as well, an historic map gallery. And I'll just give you an example here of how the interaction works. Again, with this was a revision of a map and a story map, obviously done in classic story map, I believe in 2014. I know that's the date that the digital, the polygon feature layer was created. And again, each page, as it zooms, scrolling through, it zooms to a different site within the City of Albany. And again, we have over 30 sites where the collections are curated at the museum from these sites. Roughly, probably close to 300,000 alone just from the City of Albany. The next page in my web experience is called "Are There Sites Where You Live or Work?" This page is actually built using an instant app called Zone Lookup. It is the geolocating app exclusively. I have added City of Albany neighborhoods, as well as a centroid layer of all the archaeological sites within the City of Albany. So here is the way this works. Someone can find out, if they know their neighborhood, they can click on a neighborhood and it brings up, it returns results on the one, in this particular case, the one archaeological site that is in that neighborhood. If you don't know the neighborhood that you're in, you can type in an address. Use this one. And it brings up the neighborhood. And again, because there's no sites returned, we know there aren't any sites in this neighborhood at all. You can also use this polygon tool to draw a search boundary. My next page in the web experience is entitled "What is There Now?" Virtually all of these excavations from which the archaeological collections were derived were dug in advance of major land disturbance and construction. in Albany. So most of these places have buildings on top of them. Normally, traditionally, it would be the locations of sites, archaeological sites would be kept confidential, so they're not looted or destroyed by illegal excavation. But in this case, I was able to obtain permission to publish them because the locations are secure with these big, huge, in some cases, mini skyscrapers atop them. In addition to an aerial image with all the sites, you can see they are numbered. I have the location of the New York State Museum, and the route here is a round-trip tour if you wanted to walk to each of these sites from the New York State Museum and return to it. Gives me the total time. And again, the total time, 211 minutes, is based on a 5-minute stop at each location. The total travel time is only 71 minutes, and it's a less than 4-mile walk in total. This was built with Web App Builder. And again, I used a lot of the embed widget came in handy for almost every page here. I built this app using Web App Builder that is accessed through my content page. And what you can do here is create your own tour by choosing a point layer. Again, it's got step-by-step instructions. Albany Urban Archaeology points are the ones that you want to visit. Travel mode, you can choose driving or walking time. Again, this route that's already planned is for walking only. And then you can add your own point to the map and route it, pick a day and time. You can also return to the start or at another point at the map to stop the tour. I'm not going to run it because it does take some time, but it does work pretty effectively. I think, though, this was the application that I had the most time spent on and frustration. Unlike the planning a route or driving area analysis tools within ArcGIS Online, I couldn't simply just select one of the sites and have a point-to-point, a single point. I did add a select tool, thinking that would work, but it did not. This is page 4 of my web experience, and it is the only, I shouldn't say it's the only one, it's one of only 2 pages that completely uses widgets native to the Web Experience Builder application. What I have here is a table widget, the result of a table widget. Here is a query widget. The question is, among the City of Albany archaeological sites, which are among the largest in terms of artifacts, I have it set to return any of the sites in which there are more than 7,500 artifacts in the collection. Here we have the Web App Builder, the chart widget, percentage of archaeological sites by type. And you can see there's virtually all of them are historic, but they have a little bit of differences between each one. Domestic burial ground, we have a historic cemetery over here, another historic well, utility features and material deposits. And then the last page of the web builder experience, the web experience, excuse me, contains also just, this was built with widgets simply from Web Experience Builder, and I don't have anything embedded in this page, though it's possible. Here we have a survey 123. I could have embedded a survey 123 from content, but again, there is a survey widget that comes with Experience Builder. What I have here, again, this page is entitled, "Have you found an artifact?" And it has a survey in which a user can enter a name, their email address, and enter a description of an object they might have found. Again, we do not, sanction digging at known archaeological sites, but sometimes people can discover these things while planting a garden, or putting in a foundation, or just simply walking across the cornfield. And this survey 123 will allow a user, if they have found something and wish to have it identified, they can describe it, give us a location to see, if maybe they found it in proximity to a known archaeologically sensitive area, or they can also send an artifact photo from the camera, or upload a photo from the computer, and then also let us know if there's anything else they feel they need to comment about. Well, that is a brief and nervous overview of the web app. Again, hopefully this is a student project that I can bring to my employment and have it be launched sometime in the near future. While we have all of these collections in the museum available for researchers, professional archaeologists, graduate students, the galleries themselves are closing in October for a renewal, a large-scale renewal of all the gallery spaces. So the exhibits that we have, which are quite beautiful, interpret this work and findings, won't be available to the general public. And it's thought that I could use this as the basis for something more substantial, to serve as a bridge while the galleries are undergoing construction. All right, thank you.